Do you think that you guys spent too much time going after Dre versus like really focusing on Death Row?
Didn't have nobody really. Didn't really have nobody to do anyway, so had to try to keep the name alive because it was like it was dead. But I think that's what kept the name. It had people hate you because, like I said, we was in different times now. See, now that should be rah rah. Oh yeah, they gangster. Everybody loving it. In 2000, 2001, and all of that, after 9/11, well, it was really before 9/11. But people were in different mindsets. Remember, the world was supposed to end.
Right.
We was
Y2K.
Y2K and all that bullshit. So it was just different times. Tupac had got killed. Biggie had got killed. So people were just in different mindsets. That gangster shit. They came out with terrorist threat laws. You remember, you used to call somebody up, nigga, I don't kill you, I don't do this and all that. Back in the 90s, you could make all those threats and shit couldn't happen to you. Go and say that shit right now today.
Right.
Or in 2000. Your ass have a $100,000 bail to be in jail with a felony. So, times are just different.
But to be fair, you guys were blackballed at that time too, right?
Yeah, that's what we call it. So I'm gonna say now, motherfuckers, y'all doesn't have no hits. But people weren't liking us. You gotta remember the state, the mama came out, people weren't believing that we had ripped Tupac off.
Yeah.
People still back then believed Suge and I had something to do with the murder of Tupac. For greed and all of that, which is, yeah. So you had all of those different theories out there, so I get it. I ain't mad with what people was thinking. But it was just all about the time frame at the time. People got to understand how people mindsets were then.
Do you hold Tupac's bodyguard, Frank Alexander, responsible to a certain extent?
Just for not notifying me or notifying us what had happened. Just to say, hey. Because I know those niggas, they was looking like, they didn't, nobody expect, I probably, you know what? I probably would, after hearing about what had happened, probably been like, all right, who's all with y'all? Y'all got like 10 or 15 dudes with y'all? 10 or 15 homies with y'all? All right, y'all good. Just get to the club. We'll be on the lookout at the club. Probably would have been my reaction. I hope it wouldn't have now knowing what happened. But I'll be honest, that probably would have, nothing probably would have got done. Because he would have told me, well, Buntry, Trayvon, Neckbone, K-Dub, this dude, that dude is with us. They here. Oh, shit. Those niggas, those really the killers, right? Allegedly.
Right.
Those really the gangsters, I'd rather for them to be the ones getting into some shit than the police, some security guards. Y'all just supposed to be there to go in court to testify. That's all death row. I didn't hire mercenaries. Motherfucker that was military killers and CIA agents. I was there for people that supposedly wasn't scared to get in court and go and testify to what happened. Because what? Suge, Trayvon, Buntry, and they can't go to no court of law and testify. Even if they wanted to. Their politics and the gang stuff that they involved in, you can't do it.
Right. And so if Frank Alexander had his gun with him, do you think things would have been different?
They would have ducked and they would have took off just like they did. When those shots went off. Niggas did do what they supposed to do. That's what most people forget and leave out. They chased that car down and shot up Keefe D and them car. Keefe D and them tell you. And in the police report, a car that was in between them, window got shot out. What did that tell you? That somebody was shooting and somebody was shooting back at that car. Keefe D and them just didn't shoot in Tupac car. They shot back and shot the windshield of that van out. There's a van that reported whose windshield was shot out on a different street. So that's the. Go ahead. Huh?
Do you have a relationship with Keefe D?
I know him from being on the streets and from this YouTube stuff and all of that stuff, but I'm not cool with him. I don't hate him. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. That's what they were supposed to do. Being in that game element. I hate how they get up there and talk and make a clown or a mockery out of it. But other than that, hey, the nigga shot at us and we retaliated. How can you be mad at that?
So it was you think it's kind of like a clout move, the way that he's been on the internet for the past few years, really just talking about it
and putting it out, laughing about it, and making a joke about it. It's like, okay, nigga, hey, all thing he had to do is like, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. They said they did what? They said we did what? Oh, okay. That makes sense to me.
But at the same time, the way they retaliated on Tupac was essentially what they were supposed to do when you're talking about gang stuff.
The
right?
mentality.